Alright, this video is about installing Mazda Miata MX5 seats in an Opel GT. As you can see, I have chopped the firewall and floorboards out of an Opel GT because I will be making another video about how to make a custom dashboard. But while I had it here, and I had to make seat adapters for my Miata seats, I figured I would show that also. So the adapters have been made. And this shows what they look like fully installed. There are countersunk bolts here because the bolt would otherwise be sticking out the bottom at this rail, so I countersunk it. I made sure that I chopped off the tops of the bolts. This is actually the one that's countersunk, not this one. This one's countersunk, and I made sure to chop off the top of the bolt sticking out of the nut so that it does not hit another bolt on the upper part of the slider rail. If you don't do that, they will clunk together and you won't be able to slide the seat all the way back and forth. Now here's a funny thing. The width of the seat rail mounting on the passenger seat and the driver's seat is different. They're actually wider spaced on the passenger seat at 13 3/4 inches than they are on the driver's seat. The driver's seat is spaced 13 inches apart. I don't know why, they just are. Well, this made me come up with a solution in which I only used seat adapter rails on the passenger side, but on the driver's side I only made one. This side will bolt directly using the bolt holes in the Opel slider rails that I chose to use. I removed the Mazda Miata MX5 slider rails because they're totally different on the ends. They have a big spike sticking down and a flange that bends downwards. I chopped that off. If I could weld, I could have just chopped off those spikes and welded metal plates like this, sticking off the sides, drill the hole, and done. But guess what? I can't weld. So I have to do everything with nuts and bolts. And so I came up with this idea using 2-inch wide by 3/16 inch thick bar metal that I bought at Home Depot. I use a mix of hex bolts and Allen heads and countersunk bolts. So it all works fine and dandy, and it was a lot of work. It took me about 4 to 5 hours per seat to get them in there. I can slide the seat all the way back. It now hangs off considerably, and you can see the seats are about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches of movement front and rear. Mazda Miata seats are great because they actually lean back really far. So you could actually sleep in your Opel GT if you wanted to. And they also tilt forward a bit more than stock Opel seats. Not much more, but a little bit more. So there you go.